Hello, 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 and welcome back to another moon ceremony. I'm Safrianna Lughna, the Queer Spirit Guide, and as always, it is a delight to be here with you to tune into the energies of the moon and see what is arising for us here at this particular point in time. So, as we're all landing here and people are finding the stream, I'm just going to give a couple of updates about what's happening in my world, and then we'll go right into our usual ritual flow of doing some energy updating, setting some intentions, clearing our energy, and then having a guided experience followed by some card pulls for the collective. Yay, Camille, so glad you're here live. And as always, you're welcome to pop comments in at any time, share anything you'd like with me. But there is no need. This is a safe and sacred space, and you never have to out yourself. So, all you need is a notebook in case you want to jot down any notes or write down your intentions. And otherwise, all you need is yourself. So I was particularly called before we even launched in tonight to draw a few cards. And like I said, just a few updates on my end. If you missed it this morning, I did do a live for the Lionsgate portal. So today is the 8/8 Lionsgate portal, a very powerful collective portal because so many people are kind of aware of it. And because of that collective knowledge, there's an amplification behind it. And in my own studies, in my own history, I also have studied in the Startype system, and in that, 8/8 kicks off the infinite portal, which is open for the next 12 days, and really tunes us into the energies of the life, death, and rebirth cycle, and actually using void energy to draw in abundance. So, this is a really, really interesting and powerful time to be here, to be consciously connecting with these energies, and to call in what we want. And although today, as I am live, is not actually the full moon, it's tomorrow, we are experiencing this full moon in Aquarius energy, and it's calling us into all of the possibilities of the future. So, again, just a really exciting time. So, if you want to play with that abundance, feel free to go check out my live tab here on YouTube, and you'll find that replay. So, all right, here we go. We're doing it live, friends. I am asking what divine masters or ascended consciousnesses or archetypes, if you don't believe in these as entities, are here to support us in our journey tonight with this full moon in Aquarius. And I can already see we have a fun lineup here. All right, and we're going to do one more helper for us as we go in this evening. Like I said, I normally don't draw cards in the beginning, but lately I've been having a lot of knocks at the door from guides who are like, "Hey, we want to help." So, first we have the Atlanteans. The Atlanteans are here to support us in a evolution vibration, in really tuning into what our legacy is here to be, what we are calling in our future to leave behind in the future for the next generations. And of course, technology. The Atlanteans are largely associated with technology, and Aquarius is largely associated with the future thinking, being kind of the outside of the box thinker. And so, right here at this point in time, we really have this opportunity to change our relationship with technology and with progress, and to bring it into that evolutionary vibration instead of where it is right now, which is more of a collective vibration of greed and competition. So, progress would really be great for us as a collective right now. And the Atlanteans also are about expecting acceleration. We certainly have plenty of that to go around, acceleration of a lot of things. And what we really need is to accelerate our compassion for one another. The next card I pulled was the Divine Director. The Divine Director is about trusting the process and really stepping into creating space for divine order to unfold. So, what this is really speaking to is that we all crafted our own sacred and perfect blueprint when we came into this life. And when we tune into the direction we gave ourselves, our own divine director, we can more rapidly step onto the path that's ours. We can expect acceleration when we accept what is ours, what is part of our sacred blueprint, and leave the rest behind. So, this energy is really here for us to call in what is ours and trust the process of becoming who we're here to be. And then finally, we have Paul the Venetian, the gifted one, revealing hidden talents and opportunities to shine. And so, as we're stepping into this future energy, this Aquarian energy tonight, I really invite you to consider, where can you shine more? Where can you step into your authentic light even more than you are right now, and reveal some of your hidden talents to yourself and to the world around you? There's really an opportunity to step more and more into who you're here to be. And that's largely the energy of this full moon as I tune into the Aquarius energy. This is a time for innovation. It is a time to dig deep into your own inner world, your insights, and see what that's trying to inform you about the future. This is a time to figure out what makes you feel free and independent while being woven into a larger community. That is that forward future thinking energy, is breaking these old paradigms. By old paradigms, I mean really more modern, quote unquote, paradigms based on patriarchal structures that have been here for the last several thousand years. We're ready to really move beyond that. We are seeing, as you've heard me talk about if you've been in my world for a long time, the shadows bubbling to the surface. The really gross, sticky shadows of our collective have bubbled to the surface to show us what's toxic in our communities and where we can be more emotionally intelligent, where we can step into more empathy and compassion and humanity and hope. All of that is what Aquarius energy is about, this complete new way, a new paradigm shift. In fact, I've been pulling radical expansion and paradigm shift a lot in my personal cards lately. And I have a feeling that that is this Aquarius moon that we've been building up to. So tonight, as you tune into the energy that's here, I really invite you, as you sit with your intentions, to think about what you're outgrowing, where you might need more freedom in your life, where you can take up more space, where you can be more authentic, even if it's not quote unquote normal. So, here are some intention setting statements you can jot down, any of these that fit, any that speak to you. So I'm ready to, I welcome, I lovingly let go of. Just what is here for you, maybe regarding your freedom, your future, your empathy, your spirituality. Any of those would be great themes. And I really encourage you to maybe think about that. What am I outgrowing and leaving behind in my beliefs right now? So maybe I lovingly let go of thinking I have to overdo. I lovingly let go of believing I'm not worthy, right? What belief are you leaving behind at this point in time? And how can you be more authentic? Maybe I'm ready to show this part of me. I'm ready to step into the light in this way. Whatever's coming up for you, just jotting down these intentions. And I'm going to get our energy clearing going here. So you may notice right away, as you're tuning into your intentions and the energy that's here, that maybe there's a negative inner voice that says, that's not possible for me. Not today. Maybe not ever. Whatever's coming up, I invite you to notice it and gently release it. And of course, you can continue to journal your intentions as we clear here. At the full moon, I like to do an extra clearing or take my time with it a little bit more because we've built up all this energy all month ever since the last full moon. And it's time to really let go again. So, as you notice any inner challenger, a voice trying to tear your dream down or your goal down, just offer it some radical compassion here. And as you inhale, call in love. And as you exhale, let go of any of these old, outdated, limiting beliefs that are ready to be released here and now. Releasing any blockages to innovative flow. Clearing any stuck, sticky, or stagnant energy, keeping you from your deeper insights. Clearing any blocks to freedom. Releasing any tension around community and support. Gently, compassionately making space for any part struggling with hope. And seeing if we can gently release any blockages around the energy of hope for the future. Remembering all things are possible here. Seeing if you can relax the body a little more. Maybe even imagining any heaviness or density in your body dripping from your fingertips or running from the soles of your feet down into the roots of the earth. Releasing, releasing, releasing anything blocking you from the future that you want to call in. And above all, releasing and clearing anything holding you back from your greatest spiritual expression, from your connection to the cosmos, to your guides, to your sacred team, to support. Exhale, let it all go, my friends. Releasing, releasing, releasing. Let that jaw relax. Let your shoulders relax. Let your belly relax. Releasing, releasing, releasing. So gently, oh so gently here as we move towards our time of practice. Just be aware of your body as it is right now. Holding yourself with tenderness that maybe you don't experience anywhere else. A tender, self-loving, compassionate moment with yourself. So as we transition into our practice, I just want to remind you there's no one right way to receive this. You can move, you can have your eyes opened, closed, seated, standing, laying down, dancing. You might see pictures in your mind, words, you might experience sensations. There is no one way to receive this. You can follow my words or go where you go. This is your journey for the full moon in Aquarius. So I'm going to drop in. Just breathing here, coming back home to the temple of your body. Seeing yourself in this moment as a sacred entity, home in your body temple, offering love to yourself from head to toe. As we drop in and tune in to the energy of unconditional love, I invite you to sink from the thinking mind down into the heart space. Perhaps recalling a recent unconditional loving moment with a loved one, an animal companion, or a beautiful moment in nature. Allowing a sense of safety, support, compassion to spread through your being, head to toe. And as this feeling expands, beginning to allow a portal in the heart space to open. And as this portal opens, you see almost like a cow pasture, completely clear except the grass waving in the wind at night. You can see a full moon overhead illuminating the emerald blades as they sway. And you step out into this field in your own time and way to look around at the expanse of endless green pastures. Feeling your feet on the earth, your body held. You suddenly notice the wind begin to pick up, stirring all around you. And as you look above, you see a spaceship hovering down to greet you. Perhaps there's a voice or a sensation that lets you know you're perfectly safe and that these visitors are here to take you on a ride. Once again, knowing you're completely safe and supported, maybe even surrounded by some of your guides here. A warm beam extends down from the spaceship, and you're lifted up and in to the belly of the ship, full of benign, benevolent, loving, compassionate extraterrestrials. Your new alien friends greet you, and you take some moments just to revel in the difference here in this space. Perhaps some things seems familiar, while other features of this space are entirely new. Take a moment to receive the awe of this as the spaceship begins to lift off again, rising through the atmosphere and out into the dark of space. You can see the Earth through a viewfinder or a window of some kind as you fly higher and further away from the planet's surface. As you get further and further away, you look back and realize just how small Earth is in the scheme of all things. You realize how vast the web of interconnected life on Earth is, and yet how isolated. What would it be like if all human beings could acknowledge our space in the universe? If they could be as forward thinking as the Aquarius archetype? What would happen if all of humankind could embrace our ancient future, calling in the ancestral ways and a fresh new perspective for all life? Notice that these aliens that you've now found as companions are working interconnectedly in some capacity on their ship. You can really sense how well they get along, how loving and communicative they are. Maybe they even are communicating telepathically. What can they teach you about relationships, about community? As you soar through space, passing by other planets, surging through the solar system, it's like new perspectives keep coming in, new possibilities, some future beyond your wildest imagining. Freedom, shining your light, being boldly, beautifully you and all your quirks, fully yourself. Maybe you've felt like an alien before, like an outsider. But as you're surrounded by these literal outsiders, seeing and observing how together they are, you feel inspired. Like you can carry the seed of light within you. You can bring this energy forward in your life, in your community, in your friends groups, in your intimate partnerships, in your families. You can create a better way. As you continue this journey through space, connecting with these extraterrestrials and your guides, take some moments here to listen for any messages about the future or about what is your next future step. See if they have any messages for you about your future or your next future step. Things are possible for you beyond what you've imagined. So much exists beyond the surface of planet Earth, a great and vast universe of possibilities sprawling out before you. It might seem like there's endless material to choose from, an endless number of paths, and it's true. But right here, right now, your heart and soul are guided, perhaps by a singular vision, perhaps by one or two greater goals. But what are these threads tugging you forward? What is your heart and soul calling for to have the freedom and time to pursue? Listen. Know that you are pulled along through time and space by your blueprint, by your dreams and goals as you've designed them. And right here, right now, what's coming forward for you is exactly perfect, is exactly what you need to follow next. And if you don't feel like you have an answer, then that's what you follow next. The stillness, the silence, the spaciousness to sink in and listen to what your soul is calling you to. All the answers are within you, and you are helping build a better future simply by showing up for yourself, taking these journeys of curiosity, going where no being has gone before, walking a path only you can walk. And as the spaceship steers back around, beginning to hurtle back towards planet Earth, you have some moments here to connect with any guides, any aliens once more, listening for any final messages, anything you wish to take with you from this time. Listening. As you near Earth again, feel back into your body, into your heart, into your mind, into your soul housed in this beautiful body temple of yours, one of a kind. You are the future. You are the future. And you get to be the change that you want to see in the world, as cliche as it might sound. That is the calling, and your heart is calling you deeper. And once again, you break Earth's atmosphere, the spaceship coming to hover above that field as you say thank you to whomever you took this journey with, to this community, and with gratitude to any guides or entities here for you, and with gratitude for yourself. You take that beam back down into the field, remembering you are supported always. Finding that portal in the heart, and then once more in your own time and way, stepping fully back into the body, wiggling the fingers and toes. And if you haven't already done so, blinking the eyes open and looking around to take in your space. So take some moments here as you land to twist around, look around, and jot down any notes that you might want to record in your notebook. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. It's true. It is true. Glad to see you here. So as we take some time to land, I'm going to draw from my Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. My guide Draxus has really been here today. I feel like he has some very Aquarius energy, so I'm not surprised. But asking him for guidance here on the energies we can activate to really step into this age of Aquarius energy, to step into our future, to step into what is calling us higher so that we can make the planet a better place for all, really building this community. All right, this card that my thumb is on. Yes. All right, love this. All right. So our first card is the sacral chakra. And love this because it's reminding us to be creative, to stand in our creative power, to activate the deep roots of our intimate connection with the land, with each other, and with our creative power, with our spirit. This is water energy flowing through us. It can be our relationship with our desires, our emotions, so many beautiful things. And I just love this because, again, we're at the 8-8 portal. I pulled the 8 card, and this card, literally the text printed there, is to manifest success and abundance in our lives. So we are just being supported to call in the future by supporting our creativity. And this is our last card, but I feel the need to pull it up right now, which is prosperity. This is what I was talking about. Like, this 8-8 portal energy is really, really intense. It is literally trying to break through. I can like feel some guide here that it might be Draxus. Draxus is a little bit big and a little bit shouty. But the message coming through is like, please hear the message that you need to be resourced. If you are hearing this, you need to be resourced so that you can bring in this wave of change and this new future. Because the paradigms as they are right now are not helping the majority of people. They are not making the world a better place. And so we need to shift the paradigms. The card I pulled this morning was the transition card. We are in the transition. It is here for us. So you get to step through. You get to step through into this. So again, our creative power is what brings this through so that we can have the prosperity energy. And this also has to do with feeling really in our well-being. I love that this is rainbow, and it's really indicating that our well-being is supported in all forms of ways. So we need to be resourced financially. We need to be resourced with other people and connections. We need to be resourced through our connection to ourselves, our mind, our body, our spirits. And this card really invites us to express our joy. So the Aquarian energy here is to be creative and have joy and prosperity and abundance. And that's the future way for all of us. And then finally, the 8 card, this was technically the middle card that came out, is alchemy. And you can see this alchemy, this balancing act happening. And this is really remembering that we are magical, that we have the power of alchemy inside of us. This is like the depiction of the shadow light dance. And I could almost imagine an infinity symbol being drawn around these in the loop and intersecting here at this middle point. This is reminding us that we have the knowledge within us. I love that that came through in the meditation as well. We know how to do what we're here to do. It's in our blueprints, it's in our ancestry, it's in our DNA, it's in our remembering. So remember who you're here to be, my friends. So those are the messages for us, is to really be in our creative flow, to manifest through our desires, to bring in prosperity through joy and allowing our heart, mind, body, spirit to sing, to really allow the abundance that the universe provides to flow through, and to remember we all hold this magic inside and that we all have the potential to access that alchemy in that shadow light dance. So I hope that this was meaningful for you and that you got everything you needed out of this, that something came through for you that is just like incredibly powerfully potent. This is here for you anytime you want to come back and listen to, of course. Tomorrow, like I said, is actually the full moon. So if it's not landing right here, right now, come back when the energy is at its peak and see if it lands differently again. And as always, before I wrap us up, I'm just going to give us our logistics. If you want to be notified every time that I do one of these moon ceremonies, you can go to livinglunas.com/moon and you will get those alerts. And I find them really helpful because they remind me when they're coming up and when I'm about to go live and all of that too. So those are really useful reminders. And just if you're looking to connect with me more, the best place right now to follow me is Substack. Substack, my handle is literally at Safrianna, so look me up there. And then I want to, now that my website is done on the back end again, because I had to go in and do some updates, I want you to know that we still have 3 ceremonies left for the seasonal shenanigans series. So if you missed out on Lunasa and you're like, man, I really want to join for the rest of the year, you still can. We still have 3 rituals coming up, and you can join us for those at livinglunas.com seasonal. All the details, all the dates are there. And the pricing has been updated to account for you buying 3 rituals rather than 4. So that's all there for you if you want to join us. And finally, last but not least, if you have the desire and the means to do so, I welcome donations for these free ceremonies so I can keep on doing what I'm here to do. And that's at livinglunas.com/donate. So all the details are here if you need them. But as we are just here in this Aquarian full moon energy, as we are looking out at the world that could do so much damn better than it is, know that you're not alone. There is hope for the future. This moon is here trying desperately to remind us that it's possible to be independent and be part of a community, that it's possible to have a new way, even when the world is on fire and it feels like nothing is going well, that we can continue to increase our emotional intelligence as humans. And so many of you here listening right now are here to help other people learn to be more emotionally intelligent and to see through new dimensions of connection that we don't have access to right now as a collective. So you are here, you are a part of this mission, and you're so important. And I see you, I believe in you, and as always, I'm cheering you on. So until next time, until our next new moon ceremony, I love you so much. I'm Safrianna Lughna, the Queer Spirit Guide.